Such a blessing to be coming to you from Mystic, Connecticut. I just went live. I was at an event with my friend Elizabeth Sadie. She was talking about the passion of lobstering, of catching lobsters as a hobby. And I figured, seeing that I'm an hour away from home, what better time just to come down to the coast and to show you what Mystic, Connecticut looks like. And this is, and let me tell you about what I did today. So I met my friend Elizabeth Sadie because we're both in what's called the Connecticut Authors and Publishers Association. I just was their president, actually, and was released because I did my 2-year term. But she wrote this book about lobstering. It's called Lobster Summers. And it's how, so she's a convert to the church. And we met about 4 years ago. And she said, I was speaking down in Mystic, and she said, there's something different about Dennis. He's got this glow. And she's been a trusted ally and friend in the church. We just, I'll show you a picture of us that was taken. We just went to the temple a couple weeks ago, and we did her mom and dad's proxy baptism and confirmation. And then we did I did his initiatory, and I just ended it. Oh, nope. Okay. Thought I hit end. I was trying to get rid of the picture. And it was just, so we hung out a little bit, and we talked afterwards. And she introduced me to several of her friends from church. And she says, I'm with the most amazing people from the church. So she's part of the New London stake, and I'm part of the Hartford stake. So this is a different stake, but we both share the same calling. We're both in communications on the stake level. So I see her on a lot of regional Zoom meetings and stuff. But what I found so passionate about her talk is that she decided to learn to go catching lobsters as a hobby because it's relaxing to her. But she talked about how you always need to wear your life vest because you never know how rough and quickly these seas can change. So I'm going to show you her book. She gave me a copy, autographed it, super excited. I'm going to go home. It got me hungry because in the back there's recipes on lobster potato salad, lobster puffs. I mean, all this delicious stuff. If I only knew how to cook. How to make the perfect lobster roll, lobster avocado salad. Oh my gosh, does that not sound delicious? There's just all these recipes, but it's also a journey of how she found a hobby that she enjoyed. And so I'm going to turn this around because I want you to see this beautiful scene that I'm seeing right now, and you can enjoy it. And I'm just going to share what the spirit feels. Is that not gorgeous? I mean, come on. That's like, this is New England for you. So Mystic, Connecticut is known for Mystic Seaport, and they also have Mystic Aquarium, which is a big attraction in this area. And Mystic Seaport is a great place to go because you can take the kids. If anybody ever comes to Connecticut, you got to come to Mystic because this is where a lot of history happens. And hey, Sandy, it is beautiful. Look at that house. So if you notice that house, it's on stilts. And the reason that house is on stilts, does anybody know the answer to that? And I would love to see if anybody could guess that, because that is actually a 3-story house, and the first bottom floor is a garage, and the back of it is on stilts, and the second floor looks like it's probably just storage. But I wonder if you can tell me or guess why that house is on stilts. A lot of the houses here are on stilts. You'll notice. Let me see if I can find. There's another one there that's on stilts. And so whenever you come to the coast, you will notice that a lot of the houses are on stilts. Now, the one thing I'm not going to do is fall down there. That's about a good, 30, 20-foot drop, I guess. So I got to pay attention this time when I'm doing this video. But there's the marina. And I'm going to get to your comments to see if you can guess why the houses are on stilts on the ocean, on the water. So this place is known for getting a lot of storms. And let's see if that view is nice there to look out at. Okay, I got some questions. I got some answers coming in. Let's see if I can get to them. Oh, take off my glasses and put my reading glasses on. My friend Hibiscus, hello. She's a convert from Oregon, and she's also friends with Marie. She says, keeps the water out of the home, would suspect. Yes, the water, so we are known for getting hurricanes, and the water does rise here, and that's just a way to keep the water out so that this usually is evacuated during hurricane season, and this is where all the news people come down, and they would be reporting and saying, we got rough tides and waves and all that fun stuff coming in. But that's why the houses are on stilts. It's because of the hurricanes and the high waters and winds. So this would all be flooded if we had a bad hurricane. And then LOW says flooding. You are accurate. So let me go to the top and see what comments we have and see what the spirit moves me. So I just went live at her festival. I mean, she was speaking at an event on how to develop a passion. Now, it was a non-LDS event, so she didn't bear her testimony or anything, a non-church event, but you could definitely spot those that had the glow in the room, which I thought was really interesting. Okay, we got, hello, Ben. Ben.Wilson85, I haven't seen you in forever, bro. We got to catch up. I'm coming to Utah on Tuesday, and I'll be there till September 6th. Holy stars. So we are definitely going to be meeting. BRENK says, love your shirt. I was questioning that shirt because I was trying to find something lobstery, and then instead it's more Hawaiian. It's got Hawaiian huluhaus or something. So, yeah, it's a little pink for me. But, so let me know what you think. Hey, Crystal. You're awesome. Hey, Karen. Good to see you. Elder Carpenter. I just met a missionary that is going to be called to serve in your area again, but you'll be coming home in October. My friend serving in Cambodia says, this looks beautiful. Well, I'm sure you got some beautiful pictures of Cambodia. Crystal says, breathtaking. And our friend LOW says, I used to live in Mystic Seaport and Aquarium for school, field trips. I grew up in Long Island. Wow, how cool is that? So Long Island is just on the other side of, well, this is the canal that takes you out to the ocean. And then you go, on the other side of that is Long Island. And then on the other side of Long Island is the deep ocean that takes you to Europe. I love hearing these interesting facts. Thank you, Philip, for the comment. Our friend CHAN says the tide. Yeah, it's more for the... So it reminds me of that scripture where if you're not standing on firm ground, if you're standing on sand and not a firm foundation, the winds can come and blow and everything around you will crumble, but you will still be standing, providing you hold firm in your faith. And that's what they're doing by building the houses on stilts here on the shoreline. And we have, I think I answered those. And my friend Angela says, for protection, yes. Angela, I've been trying to call you, and your phone is always, when I go to text you, it always says it's on focus mode or something. So I think it rolls into voicemail and doesn't even ring. So, I don't know, maybe you just need some time to focus. That's okay. CHAN says, ha ha ha. My friend serving in Cambodia says, Cambodia builds its houses the same way wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's a lot like my friend Karen, who used to live in Europe. Oh, I always mess it up. The Netherlands, I think. They have like these huge, I should have her explain it to you one of these times. It's pretty cool. Hibiscus says keeps the water out of the home. Yes, answered that. Karen says beautiful. Oh, I hear the train. There's Amtrak that drives through, and it's over there Then you can hear the seagulls, good old seagulls. Does anybody know the analogy of the seagulls in Salt Lake? That's a pretty cool one from the 1800s and the settlers. So Karen says, beautiful. All the water reminds me of home. The ground is soft with the water. The stilts keep it stable. Yes, it does. Here the ground is not so much as soft. It's more that it's... where are those seagulls? Just want to make sure they're not coming after me. They're over there. There it is. See him? And there's another one up there. So they eat fish. So, yes. And then Utah.grandma. Oh, welcome. And then let's see. Yes, our friend LOW says it's the same in South Carolina. So when I go to the Outer Banks in North Carolina, yes, it's like that. Or when I go to oh, there's a water plane landing or taking off, one of those. Yes, and I spend a lot of time in Myrtle Beach and Murrells Inlet, which is on the water. So yes, same thing. And our friend Dallin joined. Awesome. Waved hello, waving back. And then it's gorgeous, your shirt, that is. Well, thank you, Hibiscus. That means a lot. It really does. Crystal says they build homes like that along the Gulf for the same reason. Yes, they do. My friend Angela says, maybe a different Angela. Oh, you're right. I have called the wrong Angelas before. I have too many Angelas on my phone. I don't have that set, LOL. Well, thank you for letting me know. So, the scripture analogy, let me go back to that because I'm feeling prompted to share that. And I'm feeling prompted to talk about the community of church members and how they're really like family to us, and how important it is for us to strengthen. And sometimes it requires humility to reach out to people that we may not know in our ward and try to get to know them. And I know in Utah it's a different planet. I get it. I'm going to be out there for 7 weeks. But I just feel that it's important for us to know our neighbor, know thy neighbor on the right, on the left, behind us, in front of us, and even around our block. Karen says all the Dutch houses and buildings are built on pillars. Yes, it's the Netherlands. Finally, I got it right. So, thank you. It's so hard to keep up. And then, I love your screen name, Mum2. Are you in England? Because that's how they spell mom, M-U-M. And that's, oh, Mountain Mom is on. Hello. Haven't seen you in a while. C.DEL says, you're freezing. This is the third time I've had to go back to the live. Oh, I have all my bars. I don't know why I'm freezing. But so I just want to leave you with what my takeaway was from my friend Elizabeth Sadie, who spoke today on developing a passion and living her passion through finding lobsters and putting lobster pods out and collecting them. Was that, she's married, she's been a member of the church for 20 years, but her husband is a non-member, and she has had to rely on a lot of the Relief Society and a lot of the men who hold the priesthood in the church to, and I know it's not always easy to, even though she's married, but her husband is not of her faith, that he doesn't hold the priesthood, she still has to reach out to people and say, I need a comfort blessing, or I need some help with something, or my husband's having back surgery, can you help me? And I think that's an important message to have and to leave you with. And also find a passion that is relaxing, that you can just, whether it's knitting or crocheting or fishing, just something that is mindless and doesn't require a lot of thinking, to kind of get away from electronics and more focused on what it was like before we had all these smartphones and technology. And I know that by following the spirit, that we will. Yeah, this shirt is a little loud for me, but see how it's got Hawaiian stuff on it. But I thought it was lobsters, but but it's super comfortable. It's like a stretch, like whew. I like it. It's comfy. It just feels a little loud. So I'm gonna leave that with you as we look at this beautiful scene. That I take care that I don't go overboard again, like in that last one. Okay, so our friend says I'm having low Wi-Fi output. That's why. I'm sorry, because I have all my bars. There's actually a cell phone tower right over there. Mom to MASE says my son calls me mommy. Aw, he is autistic and very active in our church. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I think the world, that's awesome. Well, you tell your son that Brother Dennis, or just call me Dennis, thinks he's awesome. And I'm glad that he's active in the church and finds great joy and peace in the gospel. And thank you for sharing that. It's such a blessing to be able to have children. As I celebrate my 50th, I don't have children, but I have a church of almost 17 million members all over the world that I know would take care of me when I get older. I actually made a pact with the sister missionaries that taught me. I said, I'll leave you my will, but you got to have an in-law apartment or a place for me to live in if I get old, because I don't want to be put into a convalescent home. And they agreed. So I know Sister Esplin and Sister Tomlinson will live up to that. Well, it's actually Sister Bundy now. She lives in St. George. And EHD says, you're awesome. Well, I think you're awesome back. And I want to thank you for letting me share the joys of this gospel and about relying on our friends in the ward and church to know that it's okay to humble ourselves and say, I need help now and then. I think we all need to work on that. Our friend Mum, too, says, thank you so much. You are a blessing, and we are your family. You are. I feel it every day. I feel it with all of your protection, especially with what was said to me, what I posted last Friday. I've been feeling prompted, though, to share a lot of videos. So I shared 2 today. I'm going to do another one tonight when I get home. It's hard for me to produce 3 a day, but I just feel that we need to flood this world with love and with the gospel. And I thank you for all of your likes, shares, comments, because it really is. I just heard that I got a notice from Instagram that in 2 weeks, all of my videos have reached 1 million views. And to me, that's like, wow. 1 million? I can't even comprehend that number. That's huge. And it wouldn't be if it wasn't for all of your shares or comments or saves or whatever makes that algorithm work. I don't get it. It really means the world to me, because I have made a promise to God a long time ago. I will only use this platform to edify Him. And that is my core belief. PEEK says, we all love you and your strong testimony. Well, you have gotten me through a lot of faith crises. Our friend NATA says, thanks for being your true, authentic self, you really do help many. Thank you. And I've been feeling prompted to share something that I just am so tired. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but the Spirit says, share it again. And I'm like, seriously? So tomorrow I may be sharing a video of something that's been repeated, but I think some people need to hear it. And it's hard for me to do that sometimes, to just put myself out there and say, hi, my name's Dennis, and I'm a gay convert to the church, and I follow the same commandments of all of us single brothers and sisters, and I stole the Book of Mormon, not realizing we gave them away for free. It's not easy always repeating yourself, but Heavenly Father's been saying you got to share it. So tomorrow, I'm going to be fasting tonight, and tomorrow, if I get through prayer that needs to go out there, I'm going to do it, because I think people need to know that we are a church, a loving church that truly loves and accepts all. The plan of salvation is a plan of happiness, and it's the gospel of Jesus Christ, and he was about loving and accepting all, no matter your race, religion, sexual orientation, or background. Christ loves all because he created us. Wow, I just sit that and resonates with me. It's a good feeling. So I have my friend serving in Cambodia says, Dennis, thanks for sharing these experiences with us. It helps me and reminds me the importance of serving others. And that's exactly what you're doing as a service missionary in Cambodia. That is super, super cool. I know I still have to call you because you're going to help me with my dyslexia, and we'll make this happen. TKI says, just opened Instagram. Crystal says, amen. NAT says, you're inspiring me, Dennis. Well, you guys inspire me. Our friend in Cambodia who's serving a service mission, who I love service missionaries. Maybe plan live chats with others makes it more fun. That's what I've been doing. I posted a video asking who wants to go on with me, and I've had a lot of responses. I just need to get some help. I need to get some people to help me organize this. It's a lot of work. Our friend LYD says we need to flood the world with love in the gospel. Yes, we do. And that's what I've been feeling. Karen, you're so welcome. Mom too says you're a super missionary. Well, we all can be super member missionaries. Let's see what we have other comments, and then I'll let you guys go. I'll just flip it around and show you the other side. CAR. Let me turn this around here so you can see the house on stilts. Where do you live? I mean, what state? I'm in Connecticut, but right now I'm on the shoreline of Mystic, Connecticut. But I live in the center of the state in a town called Glastonbury, Connecticut. But I'm getting ready to go do a 7-week talk in Utah. I leave on Tuesday, which I got to go pack. Photos by Sherry says, my brother left the church because he is gay. He's a returned missionary. I wish he knew how many would love and accept him in the church. It's such a blessing. I had no idea how many gay people there actually were in the church until I posted something a few weeks ago and people were commenting that I'm gay too and I'm a convert. Or it's, we always leave the door open. We never know. Your brother may come back. Mom too says, please share, Brother Dennis. You are helping so many. Well, hey, we got to help each other. And our EHD says, how long have you been a member? I've been a member of the church, just celebrating my 5th year of, So the journey starts on the 19th, which is Tuesday when I returned. Actually, it starts today when I drove to Palmyra, New York. That's when the journey really started. Wow. So tomorrow I'll have to start a series of that. And when I get to Utah, I'm going to go live with Andrew and Audrey, who invited me to Palmyra, New York. And then 3 weeks after I was a walk into the church, I was baptized. And our friend CARM says, where do you live? I think I answered that, but in case you are new, I live in Connecticut, but I spend a lot of time in Utah. NATA says, how do you find readings, the scriptures, dyslexic? Do you find it difficult? You should come to the UK. It is difficult, but I just own it and do it and give it to God. And I'm not ashamed. And if I mess up, I call it Adenicism. And I know you all have my back. You know, sometimes people say that I said things wrong, or I don't know my scriptures, or I don't know this, but that's where you guys always defend me. And I would love to come to the UK. I haven't been invited. If you can schedule a fireside, my flights are covered. You are a blessing. Well, you are all a blessing. And that's just... So I'll close now. If I have any more comments, friend serving in Cambodia says, have fun packing, ha ha ha. Of the joys of packing. Oh, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Elizabeth Sadie, I was just talking about you. Look what I have. She joined. She is awesome. You guys, if you're on, follow her. She's ELIZEBETHSAEDE, and she's who I just heard speak in Connecticut, and she wrote this book, which I was just talking to everybody about, and you just joined. So, and I was just finishing up because I'm going to go and pack. Photos by Sherry. Well, I adore you too, and my friend Sandy in West Jordan. Elizabeth, meet my friend Sandy. Sandy, meet my friend Elizabeth. I was talking to Elizabeth about Sandy did the proxy ordinance for my grandmother in West Jordan. You both are very special to me. You all are. Sandy says, can't wait to go to the temple with you. My son reads like you, and I love you both. You're awesome. Simple Dot says, thank you so much. I learned a lot. Anytime. Well, I'm just going to leave you with this gorgeous view, and I'm going to head back. I think I'm on your dock. I parked. It said, no guest. This is private. But I think I'm on your dock, Elizabeth, where you park your boat. Because it said safe something, and it just reminded me of something that you said. And I thought of your talk that you gave today. So everybody have an awesome day. Enjoy it. And we'll be touching base later. And just enjoy this gorgeous, gorgeous view. And thank you again for listening to me. And I love you all. And most importantly, so doesn't God.